how anyone could look at the Colin Kaepernick banning National Football League and cry liberal hoax. But that's basically what the Trump administration has been doing recently. Why? Because the NFL deigned to have one of the biggest musical artists in the world play their little halftime show. Honestly, it was a coup that they got him. Compared to Bad Bunny, the NFL is like a Pee-wee football game. I can say these disparaging things about the NFL because I am that confident that our audiences have zero crossover. So yeah, I do have some serious choice words for those conservatives who boycotted Bad Bunny's incredibly inspiring halftime show just because he speaks Spanish. I have some serious choice words for those among them who object to his playing at America's great celebration of CTE because they claim that he's not American. Oh boy, listeners, how I wish I could see their faces when they're reminded that Puerto Rico is very much a part of this country. And you know what those little snowflakes did instead? They retreated to their safe spaces and put on their own halftime show featuring Kid Rock lip syncing in jorts. And they couldn't even figure out the licensing to share it on X. Jesus Christ, it was bad. This is Choice Words. I'm Samantha B. My guest this week is actress Christa Miller, who joined me to talk about her shows, Shrinking and Scrubs, and also her incredible side career as a music supervisor. I could have talked to her for 6 days just about music. I know that silly little groundhog predicted 6 more weeks of winter, but also spring dates for my new How to Survive Menopause tour are now up on SamanthaB.com. Go see if I'm coming to your neck of the woods. Until then, take a listen and make good choices. Oh my God. I'm in the Christa Miller fan club.
I'm in the fan club.
God damn it. I feel like we know so many people in common. That's kind
and also
exciting.
Fans. Like my husband was like, how do you get to do Samantha B?
Oh,
I'm like, I'm sorry, I do. And he's like, blah, blah, blah. I go, this is not your time, Bill. You can do it another time.
Another time. It's not your time today.
It's not your time. Here.
I was just talking to my friend and I was like, you know, I'm interviewing Christa Miller later, and she was like, you're what? Like, she was so excited. And we both agreed that you and your husband are the only people making comedy television right now. Essentially, you're the whole enchilada. And I want to thank you for your service.
Thank you. We're trying really hard.
Boy, you're doing it. I was like, because I feel like, and I'm sure that everybody experiences this with you and that it's probably very jarring. But of course I feel that I know you because I've watched you on TV. Because you did like, how many episodes of the Drew Carey Show? Like over
9 seasons.
9 seasons?
We did 1 million because some years we would shoot 25.
Oh my God. Remember those days when the seasons were so...
We would just we did 25 and they always would ask for more. And then, yeah, I mean, it was crazy. We did so many.
Same with Cougar Town.
Same with Cougar Town. And
Scrubs.
Scrubs, we did so many episodes. I know every time I see Donald face on, he goes, how many episodes have you done of television? Like a lot. I'm so lucky that I had 23 years straight of doing television, and then I had 3 small children, and my husband was working so hard, and I was like, after Cougar Town, I was like, I need to take a break. You know, I wanted to be a mom, and I need to take a break. And I would do little jobs, but it was hard. I made the choice. You know, like I would do jobs here and there, but I couldn't go to Georgia and do the indie, and couldn't, you know, I couldn't do that. I had I had 3 small children. I had them on purpose.
Right. Is that like, I mean, this show actually, talking about choice is a great, like kind of like a launch pad for this show. I mean, that's how we like launch every conversation. So are you actually, how do you make choices? Because that's a big, like that's a big one to step back from the longevity of that career. Like it feels like a huge risk.
It was a huge risk. I was offered a big show that was shooting in New York. And I was not sure. I didn't love it. It ended up doing moderately well, but it was a big show going in New York. And I was like, I cannot, my husband works 16-hour days. I cannot move to New York. I'm going to, be with my kids and be, a mom. And I don't know if you know this, my shrink, Phil Stutz, Harrison's character is based on my psychiatrist.
I heard that. I read that. It's so cool.
I used to have a lot of problems making decisions. And his big thing is, it's the decision that's important. It's not the outcome. It's the decision. It's making the decision. Oh. And so Bill and I together, he's professionally can make it, but personally, and also with our schedules, like we're always last minute, spring break, what are we doing? Like we can't decide. And so I started making me make the decision, and you just live with it. And I realized in that decision, I was so happy to have that time with my kids, but I'm a better mom when I'm working. And my partnership with Bill had enabled me to do both, because of scheduling and all of that. And also Bill runs the loveliest set. And, it's just kind of in a sterling way.
Right. So when you worked, because you worked together, like did you able to bring did the kids kind of grow up on set? Like were they always on sets or no? No.
A very traditional elementary school that's all about manners. They train the kids to give tours of the school in second grade, Mr. and Mrs. And my kids went to regular schools. We live on the West Side, which feels very far away from Hollywood. We have a place that's particularly country-like. They did a lot of sports. All my kids did a lot of sports. No, they did not come to set or things or anything like that. Obviously, our friends are in the business, so they were around that. But they had a very traditional childhood, and I'm a very strict parent. Bill and I were strict. So,
I like it.
And my littlest one, who's just starting NYU, didn't have a phone until he was 15. And then we had parental controls on everything would be shut down, consequences,
right.
So I have to say my kids are pretty great.
Oh, that's great. I feel like the best in a way, like our kids are not involved. We also have 3 kids. My husband and I also have 3 kids. Yeah. And they like one's at college, one's about to go to college, and then one's in high school. And they were so not involved in our life. Like they've never really experienced anything glamorous. So when people are like, are your kids going into the business? I'm like, what would they have seen that would make them want to go into this business? Like there's no evidence to them that it's superior to any other type of.
3 kids, do you agree that it's playing whack-a-mole? When you have 3 kids?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
You're like a good week is when there's not something happening with one of your 3 kids.
100%. And I think about it all the time, that like beautiful phrase that the truest thing that has ever been said is that you're only ever as happy as your unhappiest child.
Yeah.
And so, little kids, little problems, big kids, big problems. So when they are going through something, you're going through it right with them. And you can't make it better for them, but the emotional term as they get older, it actually is just a bigger emotional world. I wasn't anticipating that. Did you anticipate that? I thought it was I thought that little kids were the hard part, and then you get to not at all.
Last night I was so happily settling in, watching a movie. My husband's in Key West shooting Bad Monkey with Vince Vaughn,
Mhm.
and Charlotte is my daughter is one of the stars of the show. And then my daughter Charlotte, unfortunately, is very glamorous.
She's very glamorous and she's a great singer. Oh
Oh
my
my God,
God.
she's opening for Somber on his European stadium tour. She goes from
What?
Bad Monkey, leaves. I had to pack her on to help pack on Saturday to go leave on a stadium tour. I'm going. I'm going to be a groupie.
Yes, of course.
Not to all of it because I have to work, but it, I'm going to UK and Dublin and Scotland, and she's leaving right from Key West.
Wow.
She's the real
That's,
deal, like, but she's classically trained. She
yeah.
reads and writes her own music. She plays electric guitar. She plays all those instruments. She's not auto-tuned. She's the real deal.
She's the real deal. She has a beautiful voice and she's so talented. I was listening to her music today and then I asked my youngest daughter, I was like, you know who Charlotte Lawrence is? And she was like, of course I do.
She's very,
Yes.
by the way, we're on vacation and Elton John is FaceTiming her. I'm like, and
You know
she's like,
what?
Mom, he's just FaceTiming me. And she goes, will you just talk to him because I'm doing this thing? I'm like, hi, Elton. I'm like, my daughter does have a very glamorous
Okay. She's like, can you just, I'm just sloughing off Elton John for 1 sec. Could you take
for
over?
one
I just gotta,
second. Mom.
oh my
It's so funny that
God.
you do the voice. When we talk about our kids, I'm always like, Char's like, I'm just gonna go on the trip to Key West with Carry On. I was like, what are you doing? You're going on tour for 2 months? No, we're not doing. Well, I have gone away with her for the weekend,
Yeah.
and she has a big purse, and she's stuck. I'm like, I don't know
You know
who this.
what? The younger people are going to save us all. They understand things on such a deep level. My daughter was trying to teach me how to Sudoku pack. And I'm like, what is this miracle? I'm like, wait a minute. I do a
Yeah,
template. And she's like, God, you don't know how to do this? I'm like, how would I know?
I
I
do
was busy
Carry On.
raising you. I didn't have time to
I
learn
know. I
things.
do Carry On now. When I go to Europe, I will do Carry On. But you know who taught me is Cynthia Rowley.
Okay.
And I'm
She
doing
knows.
Cynthia Rowley's like, I do CAD. I go, how do you do? And she's a
Oh,
designer. I don't have to
yeah.
be. The thing is, though, I don't wear a lot of dresses. So it's a little harder. If
Okay.
she wears dresses, she can roll them up. But anyway, she said, I don't, she doesn't give a shit whether I do dresses or not. I do
Okay.
Carry On. She taught me, and I'm doing a collab with her,
Uh-huh.
and we're doing what's it called? Whatever. It's a whole like a thing, so you could just
Oh,
do
like a
what
capsule. Like a capsule.
capsule.
A
Thank you.
capsule.
A
Okay.
capsule collab. My husband
Oh,
wants me to stop saying the word collab.
I don't want you to. I know exactly what it means. And it resonates in my ear. Just it you know what?
You're a
It rings
designer.
my bell.
Now you say collab. I'm like
Collab.
the
The
collab
collab.
with Cynthia's like I'm so over it.
Okay. I need to okay, since we're
Yeah,
talking, we're on the subject of your daughter, and she's
yeah.
an incredible musician and she's doing a stadium tour. Which
Stadium tour.
has she ever played a stadium before? Like when she walks out,
I
is it
think
has
that
she
she's played kind of medium big venues, and
right.
she played like at the Hollywood Bowl,
Okay.
Dixie
That's
Chicks.
big.
She'll take it in stride. This
Right.
kid, she's
She's
confident.
built
She's
for it.
really well loved.
She's built for it. You built a nest. You created a nest and made all the foundations. And then they just build on these foundations. It's incredible, just like brick by brick. Oh my God.
And
Okay.
she's so, she is the kindest, much warmer than I am. She's the love. I learned from her. I learned from Charlotte. She'll be like, she always says to me, well, you haven't walked in their shoes. You don't know what kind of, I'm like, Phil Stutz has been telling me that. She's like, Mom, you don't, if I said something to her, we
Right.
were at a restaurant that her friend's father owned. And I was like, I think it's kind of met. And she was just like, do you know how hard he worked on this restaurant? And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, dude, you don't
Oh,
have breath. I can't.
all
So
right. Jesus.
she's the kindest.
What the hell? Okay, listen, we need to
Yeah.
talk about you're wearing a rock t-shirt right
Yeah.
now.
Rock t-shirt.
You got a rock t-shirt on. I
And
bet you got a lot of rock t-shirts because I'm beyond fascinated by the fact that you are a music supervisor.
yes.
Like in addition to everything, in addition to the hundreds of thousands of episodic television
Yeah.
things that you have done and characters that you have created, you're a music supervisor. And I want to tell you how much that speaks to me. Music is it's not the most important part of a show, but it is so critical. How did you come to play that role
I'll tell
in
you.
these shows? Yes.
So I've always had this specific relationship to music. My mother had me when she was very young. My mother was a supermodel. My mother always had we would go to the country on the weekend. So I grew up in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a country house, and then my parents would have friends out. And I grew up in the country and the city because in New York, we used to get out at 1 and we'd come back Monday morning, and I used to ride horses, and we were in the country. So I was exposed to cool music very early on. And also then my family life was a little bit, I'm not to say a little bit, it was chaotic. And so I really had music as my friend. And I was the earliest iteration of any, portable cassette.
Right.
I had that. And I used to have a bicycle in New York City and ride my bike around New York or walk around New York and live my life in a movie. Music speaks to me in a different way. Like it's another language to me. And I always used to make mixtapes, and then I also used to DJ sometimes in New York. I would at my friends' own clubs on the Upper East Side, and I would relieve the DJ and make mixtapes. So when we did Scrubs, Bill couldn't get the music right for the pilot and didn't love what the music supervisor was doing. I said, let me do it. And so I did all the needle drops, and he was like, and you're doing the music for Scrubs. So I was not credited, but I did all the music for Scrubs. So I placed everything. And then it turned into hiring the I was working with someone who was the president of at ABC with the music, or at Warner Brothers, he was, Tony. And he would clear all the music for me. And he then decided to dare to be great and started being Charlotte's manager when she was 13, and then was my partner doing the music. And we started doing all of Bill's shows. I actually we got offered a movie today, which I don't think I have the time for because acting is my true love.
Yeah.
And, it's a lot of work.
Right.
I wouldn't be able to do it without a partner. Anyway, so I started doing the music, and I just feel like I know what's going to work. I also know Bill's taste. I also have a thing. There's a word called frisson. Do you know that word?
Yes, I do.
So
yes, I do.
It means when you get goosebumps when you hear a certain song. And when I play songs, sometimes I really want a song that I love. It's so good, and I'll put it in. I'm like, I'm gonna have to use it somewhere else. But when I get frisson, when I get the goosebumps, I'm like, that's the song. That's the song that should go in there.
Oh my God, I love that so much. It really can, for me, it makes or breaks an experience.
I agree.
And there are so many shows that just like live in they come alive in the soundtrack. And also your enthusiasm for a show or a film can be so dampened by a score or a soundtrack that just doesn't meet the moment. Do you think
agree.
that?
And what?
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I also feel like it's interesting to me. It's more fun to do the music on a show I'm on, but I'm doing Bill's new Steve Carell show. And with Bad Monkey, we get the first season we had Tom Petty's catalog. So we get all these art, because I've cultivated all these relationships with artists.
Right.
They become friends, and it's incredible. I had one of the artists that I put on the show the other night. He was over here. I mean, I just have relationships. And then with Andrew and Charlotte, her fiance is a very big, he won 2 Grammys on Sunday, big producer and musician. But when I'm on Shrinking, I'm in the character of Liz, and I feel like I know the characters more because I'm now already banking the music. We start shooting in April. So I'm already making playlists for April. So I'm in Liz, who's so different than I am. Which is probably good that I'm doing the music, because she's just the opposite of who I am. Bank that music, and then I edit after. So afterwards, I'm in with the music and these characters. I feel like I know the characters on our show. I have this affinity and bond and love. I do in real life, but my relationship probably is closer to I bring music. And I also have a thing that, I don't know if you ever watched a show and you've liked a song, so you Shazam it.
Of course.
Then the song is shit, but that piece is good.
Yes, the little chunk.
I have a thing, I like to use standalone songs. So if you Shazam a song that I've placed, I love the whole song.
Okay. Oh, you like the whole song. And I feel like it's because of these relationships that you have, because when we were doing Full Frontal, I often, like, first of all, our theme song was a Peaches song, and we had to, like, you have to, it just was like I just have like an oral vision for things, like often, as you're describing, get into something vis-a-vis songs, like doing a live show, thinking about the soundtrack before the live show that's going to bring people in. It's such a pathway. So because of the relationships to producers and artists, if music is very expensive, I mean, I guess you have budgets, and Apple has a budget for music, but it's expensive.
Yes,
it's really part of it.
With Scrubs, we launched a lot of careers, but we had no budget, and also people wouldn't clear.
Right.
And now TV is the new radio, so people will.
Okay.
But I feel like music's given me so much, and I love breaking new artists. So sometimes, like in the first episode of Shrinking this season, I used Beast of Burden because I just thought it was the perfect thing. But Andrew Watt had just produced the Stones album, and he called Mick.
Oh my God.
Well, this is what we're always doing, but like on Scrub, I'm doing Scrubs, the music for Scrubs again. Scrubs is known for using unknown artists. I love using unknown artists. It helps them. Ben Gibbard, who was on Death Cab for Cutie, we put him on Scrubs, and he did the theme song for Shrinking, and he said, "I just want to tell you." And I met him because he produced Charlotte's a couple of her songs in her album, and he said, "I just want to tell you, we had no money, we needed an amp. When you put that show on Scrubs, the $30,000, we bought an amp, and then we would play that in concert, and then we became big." It's like.
It really matters. It really, really matters. That's so exciting. I feel like every once in a while I hear, and I'm like constantly logging songs. I'm like, oh, I heard a song yesterday, and I was like, if I had a show, I would be putting this song on a show right now. So I have like a separate file for a show that like for the soundtrack of my mind. But I love also to like walk down the street, and you're like, I'm in a movie. Nothing better than me, like walking through a city, and I walk through New York. First of all, Bill does not walk as fast as I do, so it really annoys me. You're in New York. Yep. Walk fast. Let's go. Walking. And then, so I don't like to walk with him. And then I like to have my headphones on and listen to music, and I'm in a movie. And I solve the world's problems. Of course.
While I'm walking with music.
Yeah.
And solve everybody's problems
If they would just ask, you'd have all the answers.
They would just ask. But you know what? It sounds like you have, because Phil just taught me this term. You might have it. People that think of music as a language and think that way, it's called music hyperhedonia.
Oh, I'm going to write it down. Music hyperhedonia.
If music is speaking to you in a way that's different, and I think the way you're talking, because a lot of people don't feel the way that you and I feel about music. Right.
They like music, but they don't go like I kind of go, oh, the magic of Stranger Things is that you came in with this incredible opening credits that just took you to a place. The music is tapping. It's great music that's tapping your nostalgia, teaching a new generation of people who Kate Bush, mind-blowing experiences for people. But then did you see Sentimental Value? Did you see the movie Sentimental Value?
So much.
Oh my God, I loved it so much. And then right at the end, the Roxy Music song, I'm like, I have to listen to it right now.
You don't even know. I'm doing a show and I'm using, and it's my wheelhouse. When I was in New York and I was DJing, it's all 80s music, but kind of not Stranger Things music, different, like college radio 80s music. I'm in heaven. I don't know what to do with myself.
Oh, this is incredible.
But it sounds like you have it. When you talked about your show and how before your show you were thinking of the soundtrack, you've got to look.
Yes.
You know what? You got to look it up. Ask Chat.
I'm going to look it up. Because even building a world without having a television show, I'm like, well, it'll all be there for me if I do another project, like I'll just have to find a budget for all these different things. But will
you hire me and I'll help you?
Oh, yes, of course.
I'll find the things.
It strikes me that when Zach Braff made Garden State, did he look to you? Was he like, you have taught me how? Did you teach? Are you teaching this skill to other people? Like because the soundtrack to Garden State is memorable to me. It lives. It made the movie live.
It's amazing. I will say that Zach has great taste in music, and he was the only person that I allowed to bring me music for me to listen to. He and I are best friends, and we share music. And he, unlike on Scrubs, on Shrinking, it's all the music is used for my playlist. Well, that's how we do it, because or else people get temp love if the editors put in something and then you have to undo it, and it's difficult.
Right.
On Scrubs, it's the only show that I do that Zach is a collaborator on my Spotify playlist, so he can add, because he's one of the executive producers. He's doing a lot, and so he really wanted to be involved. Makes my life easier, and I want him to be involved. I trust him, and we have similar tastes.
Right.
So
that's great.
That's kind of fun. But on other shows, no.
I felt like did you? The soundtrack to Marty Supreme, so good.
Incredible.
So good. What a soundscape. Wow.
You know what was the best? I mean, the best is Cameron Crowe. I happened to meet him, and I'm like, he used these college radio songs that I knew that no one knew, like Doot Doot by Fur and Vanilla Sky.
Right.
And this and I met him, and he goes, I can't even believe you know that song. I'm like, I pressed tape on the tape recorder to tape it off a college radio station, that song.
Oh my
and he
God.
was like, his soundtracks are amazing. And also, I think, I'll ask you a question.
Yeah.
What of movies, and I know my answer, what has been your favorite moving place needle drop of a song in a movie?
Oh, you know what? I'm going to say my biggest needle drop probably in all of life. And I could actually, oh my God, I'll cry thinking about it. The end of Girls, the end of the TV show Girls, when they play Free Man in Paris, was a needle drop that
on Joni Mitchell
cracked my heart open. It cracked my heart open. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe it's over. I can't believe this show is over.
Oh, I was unfettered and alive. I know it was.
Oh, that's like,
that was the soundtrack to my childhood.
Oh, me too. Blue is just, I could put it on right now. I'll sing every single word. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, every single word from the whole soundtrack. Like, there's just albums.
Yeah.
That you can't will never be gone from your system. It's incredible. What a gift. What a gift. And it's so exciting for me to hear you talking about it in this way. And I don't think that I thought this whole conversation would be about this, but also I did, because it's so vital. And I think about those mixtape years, like how much love you probably put into your mixtapes. I know I did.
So many. And you know what I will say, with Charlotte, I had made a decision. So the weirdest thing is, so we had a piano teacher come who I love. She's from Tennessee. She's a musician. She's married to a musician that played with Pete Yorn. They're just like the coolest couple. And when obviously my kids are going to be, they have such a full life of so many things. She's not going to be a piano prodigy. She's not playing, she's not going to do that only. Right. So Charlotte started piano when she was like 6. So the piano teacher came over, and she also sings. She goes, I'm going to do 15 minutes of classical, so she knows how to read music. And then 15 minutes, I used to play cool music in the car, in the house, everywhere. She can choose a song, and she'll learn that. So Charlotte, and she kept her voice small. She never was like singing Broadway or blah, blah, blah. So Charlotte would work on Joni Mitchell songs, all the songs I was playing. She was exposed to that kind of music, all the music from Scrubs, Josh Radin. I have video of her. She's like 5 singing a Josh Radin song. And then when she was about 8, and then she would practice all week because she wanted to learn the songs.
Right.
So Jamie said to me, Jamie Jackson is her name, who then turned out to be, she's one of our composers. She does the music for Bad Monkey. She does the music for the new Steve Carell. She did Cougar Town. She and her husband are now composers. And she said, Charlotte is perfect pitch. You just can't hear it because Charlotte would play the piano so loud. She said, but I want to keep her voice pure. Like, I don't want her to. Yeah. So that's really responsible for how Charlotte had a love of the piano, was not forced to play piano, and also was exposed to this great music.
Right. And was developing her voice like along the way.
Quietly,
organically. I didn't even ask you, what is your musical, like your drop dead moment in a music soundtrack, in the soundtrack of a movie? It kills me every time. I will cry every time I see it. I will, if I stop on the TV, if that will be on, I will wait for that scene. I also love the movie. But do you remember the movie She's Having a Baby with Kevin Bacon? And then when he's in the hospital and they play that Kate Bush song. This Woman's Work.
Oh, and the boy. Blood comes down. And all the things that you could have said, and the light is on it's the best needle drop.
It's incredible. It's a beautiful song. And what a moment. I mean, it's the instant you were like, she's having a baby. I'm like, This Woman's Work. I think I've got the album cover. I can already visualize it. I'm like, anyone's like, what's your biggest regret in life? I'm like, oh, I know exactly what it is. It's that the last time Kate Bush performed in London, I had the chance to go and I didn't go because I was like, oh, I got to take care of my kid. And everyone in my life was like, you got to go. And I was like, I'll go next time. And there will never be another next time. Biggest regret. I can't believe I did that.
Work. I mean, running up that hill, we know.
Jesus.
But then... I mean, also, you just, also, do you love that song? It just makes me think of the song when I hear that song, Don't Give Up, that Peter Gabriel sings. And you still have Don't Give Up, You Still Have Us.
I just, you know what? Like, I sometimes think that, like, I like Kate Bush. Like, my kids were like, "Have you ever heard of Kate Bush?" I was like, "Okay, mommy's gonna sing Hounds of Love from word one until the end. When the witches come and cloud busting, like," and they were like, "It's too much. Please, we don't."
Please stop. My father used to say, if you, and I did well in school, he said, if you knew your homework like you knew the words to every song. And then I drive with Bill. I have this master playlist that's amazing. And when we drive home, to and from, because it's usually we have to drive to West Hollywood. We're on the West Side. I have to sing the words to every song. And I can't, I'm not toned up, but I'm not a singer. Oh. My range is very small. So there's some songs I can sing. And then I'll always say to Bill, he goes, "Are you going to say it?" "Yes, I know. You know the words to every song that ever was. And I know this playlist has 4,000 songs, and you know the words to every song." I know.
This is amazing. This is really, wow. What a world for your kids to grow up in. Like, you created this, like, such a richly textured landscape. That's amazing. This is amazing. Oh my God. You must have music on all the, do you play an instrument yourself? Do you play an instrument?
No, when I was little, I took classical guitar and knew how to read music, but it wasn't fun like Charlotte's was. Like, it just wasn't fun. And then I would play. My mom would have me learn Cat Stevens songs and Jody songs. I would play for her. And then I got into horses. I was an athlete. I was a tomboy. I was I lettered in 4 sports in high school.
Oh my God!
At all girls high school, so don't get great, but
still,
I was a tomboy.
But I do think, like, sometimes, like, it doesn't need to be an instrument. Sometimes it's just a producer brain. Like, a music producer brain is the same thing. It's like I don't know.
People with musical hyperhedonia.
I wrote it down. Hyperhedonia.
Are mostly show up in actors, music supervisors, A&R people. It doesn't even say musicians, but I'm sure musicians would be that.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, I want to talk about shrinking.
Okay.
I'm going to do a hard pivot to shrinking because you're in season 3. What a gift.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell? Nobody even gets 3 seasons of anything anymore. And I think it's really speaks to the quality of the show. Like, the quality of the subject matter, the acting, the performances, and the writing is so, so strong.
Thank you.
I mean, it's just a great show. And guest stars, you have Michael J. Fox coming on.
And we love him, and Bill has a long relationship with him.
Yeah.
He's going to tear your heart out. And then Candice Bergen is playing the mother-in-law that we've said that I hate, that I won't even let in my house. When we were shooting those scenes, the writers were coming in to watch. It was so fun. And, in real life, I know Candice. I am New York Christa polite, how I grew up. I went to Convent of the Sacred Heart on 91st and 5th. We're Protestant, but I went to Catholic school. I'm very polite.
Yep.
That's how I am with her in real life. But on the show, I got to get in her face.
That's so fun. Is it okay? And also, I do need to say, is it true that your first acting job was on Kate and Allie?
Yes. Because, my aunt is Susan St. James.
Susan St. James is your aunt? What the hell? Oh my God. Can I say this, that Kate and Allie was a very influential show. And I don't think that people talk about how influential it was. Like, I don't think that people give it, people should be talking about it a lot more. It goes in the canon for me.
Yeah. I didn't tell her, I will say this, I didn't tell her that I was auditioning. I was doing Groundlings in New York at that time. Okay. And I had I've been going to acting school. I would go to acting school at night. I'd ride my bike at night to acting class in high school. And I didn't tell her till my third callback, because it was a guest star that was like 2 or 3 episodes, so I didn't tell her. And then my third callback, she was like, why didn't you tell? Of course, if you're in your third callback, you're doing it. But that gave me my second. But it wasn't an underrated show. I just saw Susie 2 days ago. She's like, I'm going here, I'm going to Super Bowl, blah, blah, blah. And she's 80. I was like, the Miller genes, I'm in.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
My
And Jane Curtin
like
too, like looking at Jane Curtin after all these, she's still being out there, still being unbelievable. Still being incredible.
You'll be so thrilled you said that.
Oh, I used to watch it with my mom. It was just like what we did. It was our routine, Kate and Allie. It was a phenomenal show. Do you find like now that you're in season 3 of Shrinking, are you all, is the ensemble so comfortable now that you're all just like being loose? Are you strict with the material? Or are you loose with the material? Or is that like a combination of the two things?
I will tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Started out, which has not been my experience in jobs in general, that every single person comes and it comes from Jason sets the tone. Okay. Super prepared. And but I'll explain it. So when you're doing a show, you come and they make little baby sides and you do the rehearsal for the cameras and people are rehearsing with the baby sides and then they go and you come back and you do it. And television is very quick. You have to move fast. In this show, I've never seen a script on set.
Really? Because everybody's just like off book.
Sides. Everyone knows backwards and forwards. Wow. Our scripts are incredible. I mean, I'm so different than Liz that I have to lock myself in my office for the weekend to try to figure out the puzzle of how to figure her out because I'm just not like her. I'm opposite. But I think why it looks like we're being free and easy with the script is that if you don't know your lines, if someone doesn't know their lines, they're just trying to get their lines. You can see actors look up at the ceiling. They're trying to remember their lines. They're not doing it. We're doing it 7 different ways.
Right.
Within the written script.
Right.
Also, if Bill comes on set, and Bill runs the show like an old school show that he's the showrunner. Whoever's written the episode for the week is on set. When we shoot it, he has a full writing staff, and they will, after we get it all, there's so many talented writers on the show. They do this too, but when Bill comes on set, he'll whisper in Jason's ear, say this to Christa or whisper to me, and I don't know what he said. So if you see a reaction that looks very free or whatever, I'm hearing that line for the first time.
That's fun.
So it's going to feel free and be different. And he'll pitch alts, and we'll have alts after we've done it. But they're written.
That's great.
So the show isn't improv, but people are coming so prepared. You can do it mad, funny, loud, this. We've done it 7 different ways. So Bill, when he edits, Bill edits the whole show, and he's a great editor. Will pick and choose from so many takes.
Right, that's great because then you're in the safety of like you're in a structure, like, and you can play within a structure. But if you have the foundation of it, then you have so much more strength to play and have fun. And it is always fun hearing something for the first time. Spontaneously.
Also, why he's such a great showrunner and a great husband is that he doesn't have this ego about it. Like if he writes something, if I say to him, I don't know, and he goes, will you try it? First of all, there's trust with everyone on set. If it doesn't work, he goes, you were right, it doesn't work. And he'll have an alt. And the writers will come to set with alts if a joke's not working. And so, on other places, actors might tank jokes because they know they don't like them. We don't. We'll go full 100% on a joke.
That's great.
And it goes from Bill to Jason to Harrison that everyone, sets that show.
I love that so much. Did you? What did they have to convince you hard to bring back Scrubs? I mean, like, Scrubs was missed. I feel like when Scrubs ended, people were like, I know I was like, why? What do you mean? I don't understand.
I just watched the first two. I think people are going to go crazy.
I think they are too.
They have this young cast in there. They're phenomenal. It's so funny and great. I mean, because, it's dicey. I think they didn't want to bring it back for a reason that you don't want to bring back shows.
Sure.
Bill was hesitant, and he was also thinking about a movie or is it? And then when he got the whole gang, Zach and Sarah and Donald and Judy are all regulars on the show. It's really good.
I thank you so kindly for doing this. I feel like you fed my soul. You fed me today, and thank you. I lapped it up.
Thank you. I feel like we went way off track.
We did, but in the most beautiful, organic way possible. That was Christa Miller, and I had no choice but to look up one thing. She was telling me that she just learned about something called music hyperhedonia, and I had never heard of it before. It describes people with an intense passion for music who experience heightened emotional and physical pleasure, such as chills when listening to music. I can't believe I never heard of it, because I definitely have it. Maybe you do too. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Samantha B, and we will see you next week for some more choice words. Thank you for listening to Choice Words, which was created by and is hosted by me, Samantha B. The show is produced by Svea Baron-Reinstein with editing and additional producing by Ryan Connor. We're distributed by Lemonada Media, and you can find me at RealSamB on Instagram. Follow Choice Words wherever you get your podcasts or listen ad-free on Amazon Music with your Prime membership.